Saints go marching in.
So Mary, here we are at the end of round 12, heading into the bye. Probably not the result tonight, but can you tell us what happens over the next week or so, and then before we kick-start again the rest of the season?
Yeah, certainly not the result we liked. It would have been really good to go into a bye with a win and staying on top of the competition like we have been since round one. Now we're equal first, and I think our for and against is the same. So yeah, it bloody hurts. But yeah, look, in saying that, the boys have played some really good footy over the first half of the year. They've been consistently good. They've maintained their standards from round one. We just come up against a team that was a little bit more enthusiastic and aggressive than we were, which is not how we play our footy. So the hardest thing there is we've got 16 days before we play our next one, so that's really, that hurts. And a few of the guys will be away probably with representative on us. So for the majority of the guys that are behind, some of them will play reserve grade next week, and others will have the full week off and recover, and we go back to training with a 7-day turn into the Bulldogs on a Monday night. The Origin guys who get selected, they'll go into camp on Monday, and we'll get them 5 days before the Canterbury game. So they'll be back with us. We'll be hurting. I said to the guys, you've got to make sure you really understand the feeling of how bad this is at the minute, but you've got to let it go and have that time away as well, because it is a journey, the 25 rounds of competition, and you can't let disappointment hold on to disappointment for too long.
It is difficult after a game like that tonight, but have you had the chance to obviously reflect a little bit? What's pleased you the most over the first 12 rounds?
I think our consistency. It was something we weren't very good at last year at different stages. I feel that our consistency in what we do week to week is our best and our worst isn't too far apart, which is really pleasing. We've won at games at different ways this year. We've been coming from behind. We've led. We've been coming. There was a scoreline there where we equalled half time. So I think we've won in ways that we haven't in the past. The pleasing thing is we've kept healthy, even though it's been difficult at stages where a lot of guys are playing with needles at the moment. And when you want to do your contact through the week and your defence, we've got a lot of players missing because of the rigours of week-to-week footy. However, come game day, they've delivered. So I think that for me, we're leading the competition or close enough to the competition in attack and defence, conceding points. So nothing of one thing stands out, but I just feel that maintaining our standards on a week-to-week basis and playing with a lot more consistency helps. I feel the players that have come into our squad have complemented other players that are in our team. And Ben obviously with his game management, his kicking game, he's a real competitor. And then you look at James, and James's leadership second to none. Before the game, at half time and post game. So, and certainly on the football field, how he plays the game, he's just all about team first. So we're trying to build a real good, strong culture at the Dragons at the moment around team first, certainly around whatever it takes for one another is pretty important, and make sure that we build a real positive environment. So things are going okay.
The Origin period, rep season is upon us. You've been there, done that yourself as a player, and as a coach you've always been somebody who's outspoken positively about that. Can you just tell us a little bit about why you believe that that's important for our players?
Well, I think it's the next stage of their development. To be honest, I pray that we don't get any injuries through that, and certainly if you come back from a winning series, it really does give you that jolt, that real good positive taste of tough footy, but in a good environment when you're winning. It can work a little bit opposite if you lose a series, but I feel that, you know, Brad's mentioned to me numerous amounts of time and publicly talking about a selfless culture and team first. Now, if my guys go into that and we're trying to build that here, that could define us going forward to the back end of the year and makes us a more experienced squad with the games. The boys will know the intensity at the level that Origin's played at. It's a different beast. So first grade, when they do come back, will seem a lot slower, which is good. You know, and for me, if Brad creates the right environment, we can grow.
What about yourself? What about you and the coaching staff? Do you give yourselves a couple of days off?
Yeah, we will. It would have been nice, as I said before, to go away with a win, because then it's, you know, I told the players to relax a little bit, but I'm not sure I will for the next 48 hours anyway. I'll make sure we really review this one. But yeah, I have a few days off, probably late Thursday, Friday, Saturday I'll have off and get back into it on a Sunday afternoon.
Well, round 12, halfway through the competition, top of the table, it's certainly something to be happy and proud of.
Yeah, it is. It's something that you don't speak too much about where you're sitting on the ladder, because you don't want your process and your standards to drop. But certainly if we look at the start of the year when we gathered, and you know, a lot of experts had us between the 8th and 12th position, and we always wanted to be a top 4 side. We are that at the moment, so that's pleasing. We've led the competition since round 1, but it would have been nice to put a win tonight and put us 4 clear, but now we're obviously not. So you look, I'm very, very impressed with the character of the players we have. They're hurting. They don't like losing, and they know that that when we come back together, that we need to do something really good going into the Bulldogs.
All right, well, congratulations, and I guess on behalf of all the Dragons fans, we're cheering top of the table, and enjoy the break.
Thank you, and much appreciated to our fans too. You know, like the games we're going to and playing at home is fantastic. We're getting full houses. The players are so proud that they're playing some good footy to give everyone something to you know, cheer for and talk about, and all the fans that travel too. Like we've played a couple of games in the bush and tonight, and every time we play away we have the army there. So look, for everyone, thanks a lot, because support means everything. We've seen tonight how important the home crowd is to a team, and we're getting that when we play at home, so keep it going.
Thanks. Well done, Mez.
Thank you.